Right, so we are getting ready for match two of week number 11 on the opening day of this week. Today, Thursday, the 30th of April, and we are playing three matches this evening. And Sunday, the week 11 will be completed. We have Layou versus North Leeward Predators, the Leeward Derby, and I have with me Cecil, refreshed Charles.
Well, good evening, Roxelle. Good evening to our viewers. And this should be a very good encounter, as you dubbed it, the Leeward Derby. Derby. With North Leeward Predators, the defending champions, and against the UFC. So, in terms of their own position, I know you are very familiar and have the points standing right at your fingertips. And but for the UFC, quickly we see they're gathering to come onto the field. The starting lineup for the UFC: Justin Lynch, he's in goal, wearing number 20. Kenija Joseph, captain, number 8. Number 2, Devante Sam. Number 9, Gidson Francis. Number 12, Javan John. 15, Josh Nash. 23, Amory Gloucester. Number 30, Jazai Laborde. 32, Wendell Coffey. Number 40, Kenvi Polios. And number 79, Garrett Ledgerwood. That's the starting lineup for the UFC.
And for North Leeward Predators in goal, Sion Johnson. And number 16, Dial Spring, carrying the armband, captain's armband. Number 5, Terrence Williams. Number 7, Nadine Charles. Number 8, Kirtland Williams. Number 11, Kishon Charles. Number 15, Alroy Solomon. Number 17, Gideon Richards. Number 23, Darien Pear. Number 24, Andy Gums. And number 27, Kishon Durham.
Yes, and you can see the players and the officials making their way out in the middle. And we can see referee Moet Gaines. He will be carrying the whistle. I think he has Danroy Barker with him, and it's Toshika.
Yes.
That's the name. Just his surname just disappearing from me quickly. The officials, and Mr. Fredericks, that being the fourth official.
Right, and in terms of point standings, just one ahead of the other, really. North Leeward Predators on 19 points, Layou FC on 18 points, second and third respectively, and they are going to be there because Jabel just lost, so they will stay on 18 points. System 3 moves 28 points, so it is incumbent on these two teams to eke out the win.
Well, definitely.
And keep us close. It's not looking close, but keep us close as possible at a fun size System 3.
System 3 continues to play very good football, and they continue their winning ways. And they came out here victorious this evening in that first encounter. Goals from Kareem Davis and Gibson Zibian Cunningham. So, very good work by System 3. They've been very, very consistent, and noting that they have been promoted this year.
Definitely, and as I said, we were asked to explain that, and that not that they are not quality for the Premiership, but because of administrative responsibilities and decisions, then they were demoted to the first division and had to, well, what we would call Tier 2 now, and had to work their way back up.
But the good thing was that their players never left. They stayed with the team, and they ensured that they were promoted, and they dominated, and they rightly so. They are back to where they belong, and they have shown their quality and said, hey, come on, we are here, and they have really made an early statement.
And they have depth, which is very, very important for a team, for a sojourn like this. You must have depth. You must have depth in order to go through a sojourn like this. Different surfaces, different venues, different responsibilities for some of these players who are workers in their own right with their own jobs daily or in school. And so your numbers could easily be depleted, and in terms of availability. And then you find yourself looking to see who do I have on the bench if I do have a bench.
Right, so North Leeward Predators, they're dark blue trunks and sky blue tops. And we see Gideon Richards, who normally he had started out last year, he was in the defense. We see now he's up front, and Layou, the black and orange top, black trunks. And so I think the kickoff will be taken by North Leeward Predators. And there it goes. And it comes right back to Darian Pierre. Pierre looks up, looking to find Colin Williams up in this forward. There's a infringement very early indeed. Colin looking to worm his way between two players very, very early. An infringement call. He's putting number 8 on the back of his shirt. Should I say the elder statesman?
Yes, he did say that. He did say that last week when he won the Player of the Match award. He said, "At my age," I said, "Well, if you can do it still at your age, then it's an opportunity for the young players to step up and say, I want to be like you, even as young as I am."
And it is really good. He has really given off his time and his energies. He's still very fit and really serving as an example to a lot of the younger ones. The free kick now taken. Hammered and diving effort. Goalkeeper getting a hand to it. That's Lynch. And it goes into touch. It should be a corner.
Is that Lynch though?
Is it Lynch in goal?
I'm wondering.
Let's look at that.
It doesn't look like Lynch. Isn't Lynch this short young man who's...
So, Papa. Corner comes in. And cleared by Layou, but there's the number 24, Andy Gums, finds Richards. Richards loses it. It goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Layou FC deep inside their own half. Quickly taken. So now they look to pump their way downfield. Down comes, finds Darian Pierre, who heads it back. And there's some foot going. That was Ledgerwood there, and he's been... Pierre being bundled off it. Finds Ledgerwood, who has been bundled. Oh, referee. Whistle going very, very quickly indeed.
He played the ball before he played the man before the ball. He didn't look as if... Let's look at it again. Let's see if my estimation is right. Yes, that's a foul. That's a foul.
Durham, they're guilty of that.
And I think he's lucky because that may have looked like it started in the box. May have. It is a penalty, actually. It is.
Yes, it is a penalty in the very 3rd minute of the game, and we can see Wendell Coffey lining that up, but referee White gains. There's some assistance needed here. Legend would really be taking a good knock to the back. And he goes down, and really not the sort of start that North Leeward Predators would want. But Durham being the guilty offender there. And he's pointing to the lower part of the back there, Roxelle. The magic spray. Can it do something about it?
Well, he needs to get some application there, and he's getting some. The stretcher bearers are here, and the mobile medical center as well.
Shows that everything is in order and everything is in place.
Most, not quite everything.
Right. But enough to satisfy both parties.
Right.
So he's back on his feet, so he'll make his way to the sideline. You can see him just flexing those muscles, doing a bit of stretching. And so Coffey has the opportunity of putting Layou very early into the piece. So he steps up, and the referee gains positioning himself very for that. Steps up, and here it is, and he scores. So Coffey in the very 4th minute has put Layou ahead. They are 1-0. So very well taken penalty there, Roxelle, sending the goalkeeper in the wrong direction.
I think he committed. That is the young Lynch. I think he committed to that corner, hoping that definitely it would go that way. I think the error we have made was Johnson, but I believe it may be Johnson. We'll get the clarity for you in terms of the custodian in between the uprights or Layou.
Right, so Predators would have to fight from behind. So it's still they're looking to work their way down. Still coming to the center, but cut out there by Layou. It's Wendell Coffey once again. And this one downfield. So Durham, the guilty offender, who gave away that penalty a while ago, but he cleaned up the work. And it's still with Predators. Williams dances around, goes back in defense. Now that being pumped downfield, long ball, looking for some support, but headed away there by Layou. DL Spring is there looking to pounce on it, but unable to do so. And down goes number 23 in Gloucester, and that goes wide. Andy Gums on that far side, but that goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for North Leeward Predators inside their own half. Quickly taken, comes back to Durham. Durham looks up, still with it as he comes forward, gives it to his number 5 in Terrence Williams, and he's been knocked into touch for another throw-in for Predators. Gums long throw. He's looking for the number 11 in Kishon Charles as he comes across. The cross comes in and a shot sliding across the face of the goal. And it goes into touch. It's going to be a goal kick for Layou.
Kirtland just attempted to stab that one, stay that one. Look at it here again. Into the back of the net from into the far corner. Didn't make that happen. Gideon Richards is screaming in a position that was open.
Yes, he was in that open position and he really was looking for that. And he would have been better served to give it to Richards. But it's Pierre who boots it into touch, and it's going to be a throw-in for Layou FC. So Layou FC looking to make the early runnings here, and quickly finds Coffey. Coffey comes back, and it goes into touch. It's against Layou, and it's a throw-in for Predators, and that one again it goes into touch. Another throw-in for the Predators. The spectator doing a bit of footballing there, shows some skills, and comes back to Pierre. Pierre goes back in defense to Solomon. He pumps it downfield, looking for Spring. Spring being dispossessed. Adim Charles gets away, but a serious piece of tackle coming in there. Andy Gums with it, controls, and it's against Predators. Quickly taken free kick, and it's Layou. Still Layou. Garrett Letchertwood. Nice ball looking for Polios on this far side, who has some space. He has one to contend with. He's looking, but he's been robbed of it. And comes DL Spring with it. Gives it to Kirtland Williams. But Adim Charles been robbed of it. And it comes right back to DL Spring. Spring now looks up, looking for some support. Goes down the right. Finds Richards. Richards with a long shot. Looking for Kishon Charles coming on from that left side, but a little too much on that. And it goes into touch for a throw-in for Layou.
Well, it's starting to open up already. You could see Layou trying to push it down the flanks. In the middle, we have a nice battle between Adine Charles and it looks like Kinaji Joseph. And a little bit more advanced this evening, Charlo. We have Jazai Laborde on the right flank.
Yes, so that one pumped a long ball downfield, but Johnson comes off his line, controls well. Now he gives it to, that's the number 20, looking for that player, number 27 in Durham. And again it goes into touch, another throw-in for Predators. Again goes off the header and into touch for another throw-in. So Predators looking to counter. They are trailing 1-0. And there's referee Mort Gaines just blowing his whistle, bringing the player back to where that free throw should be taken from. It's in front of the Vincy Soccer Premier League logo. being displayed very prominently. Long through, looking to find that play in the box. Headed away off the head of Terrence Williams. It goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Layou. Layou leads 1-0. Goal coming from the penalty area from the boot of Wendell Coffey. And still, it's Layou. Comes across field. Still, Layou as they look to come down the flank. Come down. Finds Spolius. Spolius being robbed there. Pierre gives it to Richards. Richards now to Spring. Spring winds his way around looking for Adine Charles. Charles finds his counterpart and he chips it across. Richards is there.
Beautifully
this is
done.
A shot! And he diving save there by the goalkeeper there for Layou. A good piece of work, but good anticipation. DL Spring getting a boot on and the diving effort, getting his left hand to it, but couldn't rein it in. And it goes into touch for a corner. And Gideon Richards positioned himself very quickly for that. Chips it across. The heads go up off the Layou. Two players go down. And it goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Layou. So, Layou surviving a scare there, Roxelle.
Yes, definitely. It was a good opportunity for North Leeward Predators. On both occasions, the attack down the left-hand side has been really good. And I think just about DL Spring not getting enough on it and a direction in the right space. And then the corner was equally good.
So, it's Layou looking to counter. Nice ball. Kenija Joseph looking for some support, but again, good defensive work there by Durham. And it's going to be a throw-in for Layou. You can see number 2 in Devante Sam. Quickly into position for that. That's a long ball, headed away. It's now Williams for Predators. Nice ball going down the flank. Kishon Charles with it. Looks for some support, but being dispossessed. And Layou would now look for a counter. Nice ball coming through, looking for some support, but cut out there by Darren Pierre. And inadvertently kicking that onto DL Spring. But it comes back to Spring. Spring looking for some support. Gives it to Richards. Richards back to Spring. Spring back to Richards. Richards with a cross. And off the defender there. And in the end, that's a handball from where we are. And referee Moyes picking that up very quickly. Quickly taken free kick. Richards for Predators. Comes back to Pierre. Pierre back to Richards. Richards look to get around. It goes into touch. And it's going to be a Layou throw in. And the pace is picking up.
Yes, I think it did by the time the penalty was scored, because you know what happens here. There's an impetus for the team that are ahead, but also equally a team that are behind. They're looking to get into the mojo, so to speak.
Right, so it's still Layou looking to come forward. Still with Layou, Kenija Joseph. His dances are wrong, he's still holding on, but he's not being given much space. And it's still back to Kenija Joseph, but he been robbed of it. Referee says to play on. It's Predators now looking to counter. Chips it across, looking for some support. And that's sliding across the face of the goal. It goes into touch. And it's going to be a corner.
Looking for the... Yeah, well, yes, it looks as if it's a corner.
It looks like it's a corner.
Correct.
It didn't pick up from here the defender who that ball came off. So Gideon Richards, the number 17, getting into position for that corner. As we see just a few blue shirts into that attacking area. Nice corner comes in and with a shot, Gums, but blocked there by the defense for Layou. Finds looking for Ledgerwood. He was out jumped by Charles, but Ledgerwood wins it. And Adim Charles is there, not giving him any space. But it's still with Layou. Layou with a cross as he comes in, but Pierre cuts that out. And again we see Cortland Williams. Nice work. Gives it to DL Spring. Spring gives it to Richards. Richards Still with it. Richards looking to dance around. He goes across wrong one and a shot high and wide and aimless. And really looking to do a little too much on that. And it goes into touch.
I'm not sure the idea because he went straight across goal, not to the goal. I'm not sure whether it was a pass that he was attended, but he was not in a position to score from there at all as we move into the second 15 minutes of this encounter. And the goalkeeper listed as Johnson. Well, we'll clarify that for you. Finds Nash. Nash goes over and finds Sam. This is Layou in their orange and black tonight. And they pushes forward, looking to find Gloucester. Stolen by Charles into DL Spring. DL Spring trying to get that one, but it's Nash again. Cleaning the things up here for Layou. Finds Francis. Gets to Francis. Can't get past Williams, but falls for Nash. Nash goes far to the right and looks to find Joseph. And in his attempt to go forward, the arm of Charles. Dean Charles impeding his progress. It's going to be a free kick for Layou. Layou leading 1-0 penalty scored by Coffey. So the free kick. Free kick now for Layou. Gloucester takes it. Hammers into the area. And it's too long. And it's a goal kick for North Leeward Predators. Comes now, taking lovely kick down by Solomon, finds Richards. Richards goes into the area. Oh, good ball to Williams. Can't get it onto his feet, can't control it. But that was a good 1, 2, 3, 4 passes between both goals here for North Leeward Predators, but it did not stick on the foot of Kirtland Williams. So here we go again. It's Durham, it looks like. Goes across, finds Gums, gives away to Labordo. Labordo is going to come to the middle, finds Ledgerwood. Ledgerwood does well and finds Francis. Francis is going to go further to the left. Polius is his destination, and Polius is going to come all the way back to Coffey. Coffey lining up a shot there, but Williams did well. But in my estimation, yes, well, but not in the estimation of Mort Gaines.
Well, referee Mort Gaines says no, you can't get away with that. So it's going to be a free kick, pretty interesting area as well. And North Leeward Predators, they would have to be pretty careful because they are trailing.
Well, Layou, I think they play with different spurts of energy. And when they're up, they're definitely up. When they're not, they're definitely not.
Well, I'm not too sure if you remember. You may be too young for the poem, The Grand Old Duke of York.
Tell us about it, sir.
It has 10,000 men.
No, I don't.
And march them up to the top of the hill and march them down again. And when they're up, they're up.
When they're down, they're down.
They're down. And when they're only halfway up, they're neither up nor down.
Opportunity going and begging by Kinaja Joseph, whose men are up on this occasion. They're definitely up.
They are up.
Leading 1-0 Layou over North Leeward Predators.
So Predators are down.
For sure, for sure. But not out. Solomon is trying to come forward. He finds Spear, and a limited space being offered. Williams slides this one forward, looking for Richards, headed away by Gloucester. It's going to go into touch. And so, different impetus, different vibes, but 3 games tonight, Charlie. 12 o'clock.
Yes, it's a lot of work. Referee again say I have none of that. He's looking, Darian Pierre looking to steal some
well, he stole more than a meter, I think, there, and decides to go back to Solomon. Someone goes across to Durham, and Durham is going to push further to the left into Gums. Gums looking to go forward. Good ball to the number 11. That is Kishon Charles, is it?
Yes, and he's holding the back of his leg.
Looks as if he pulled up there on his progress forward and into touch again. And so it's going to be the better, another throw coming the way of Layou FC.
Well, I want to say, Roxelle, a pretty noticeable absence of the North Leeward Predators is Mr. Small.
Yes, we've had Small missing. We've had we've had Small missing. We've had Ronaldo Franklin.
And you have Courtney Franklin, who is on other
Well,
duties.
yeah, that's for sure. But in terms of those who've been regular players, Edwards, Anthony Edwards, he's
Yes.
injured as well.
Mhm.
So again, this is where we spoke earlier. Roger and I think we were talking, or probably it was you. Didn't we speak about depth?
Yeah, we talked
Right,
about the depth of
earlier.
it
So
in
I've
some
been doing
previous
commentary
game.
all
Yeah.
evening, so already.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we talked about depth, and this is how important the depth of your squad is. If your squad just have players that you quote unquote average for this Premier League, then you're going to be sought out and thought out very quickly
Definitely.
in terms of your efforts going forward.
Definitely.
So, 1-0 Layou FC over North Leeward Predators. At this stage, if it stays as it stands, Layou would flip into second position. But it's with Williams looking to find Richards. He does so. Richards has one to contend with. Brings it back, but to no one really. And it's Coffey trying to walk it out. He finds Joseph in the middle. Joseph has a battle with Adine Charles. And he decides to go back to Sam. Sam has an option of using Layou. He does and goes across to the right. Finds Joseph again. But he's been marshaled well tonight
Yes,
by
by
Adine
Adine
Charles.
Charles, definitely. Not giving him any room to maneuver.
So, again, we see the matchups work quite well. Coming across here now with a good discussion being held across there. Healthy discussion, heated discussion as well. As Durham is bringing it out. Durham finds Williams, who doesn't control well, puts his team under a little bit more pressure, but Durham cleans up the shop and goes across, finds Gums. Gums is trying to go forward too quickly before he really controls the ball.
Yeah.
And into touch it goes once again, Mr. Cecil Charles.
So, yes, it's going to be a throw-in for Layou, but both teams are looking to put the pressure on each other, but Layou having that early advantage of getting that early goal within the 4th minute. And so North Leeward Predators will have to fight and come from behind. But we know that they're a team who tend to come at you very late into the piece. And perhaps because of the fact that they're such a fit team, and more often than not, the other teams find themselves lagging
correct.
when they get
lack of
after the
energy.
75th minute
Second
or so.
wind.
Yes.
And yeah, you're right. But I do not think their actions and the way they are moving tonight, I don't think they want to wait until then, at least, to equalize. This is DL Spring. Looking better tonight in terms of his movements. He indicated that he was not 100% fit the last couple of games, and the surfaces are really
Yes,
hard on
I
the
think
foot.
he's feeling the effects
Yes.
of the surface on his foot.
Yes.
Okay.
Morgan has done is he's given some players some different opportunities this evening. We see Polius now in a more defensive midfield position, flanking really and pushing forward is Laborde, and a shot comes in.
Team shot.
Yes. And so players being shifted around as they should be. You should be able to play various positions.
Looking for the versatility in the terms of the players.
Polius, still Polius, cuts inside and gets some Francis. Francis to Ledgerwood. Ledgerwood is laying it back to Francis. Francis over to Ledgerwood. Movement is lovely. Bruss about to have a shot. No, he can't. Didn't get enough space there. Joseph may have been going into a dangerous block if he did. And the North Leeward Predators is coming away. Ball over to Gums. Gums has something to contend with. Gets it to Williams. This is Cortland Williams in a promising position. Went away from the goal, crosses it. Too close to goalkeeper Johnson. And again, that play breaks down for North Leeward Predators. LeBold has it on the right. He brings it inside to Joseph. Goes across to LeBold once again. He decides to go back to Sam. All on the right hand side. This action comes to the middle now. And looking for Francis, who gets around two. But it falls for LeBold, who pushes it forward. Durham again breaks up the attack. And it's going to be a throw in for Layou FC, just in front of the dugout. Done so now. And can't get past Durham. And another throw. Jabel, that's it. Layou actually being awarded on this occasion, Channel.
Well, definitely, there was Durham not really looking to control, but just booting it into touch and saying, look, I don't need you to go forward. And see referee Mike Games moving a few players from pretty close to the sideline.
I'm not too certain the reason, but here we go. It's probably the color.
Yeah, but
The
more
color,
so,
yeah, the color of the shirt as it relates to
Layou.
Layou's orange. Well, very well done. So here we go. It's now with Gums down again on the left-hand side, trying to come across, lays it forward to Charles, Dean Charles, looking and finding DL Spring. What does he do? He has his counterpart in Coffee to contend with. Still DL Spring and Coffee. And he brings it inside to Williams. Courtland brings it back to Charles. Charles pushes it forward. Can't get past the defense. Falls back to Charles. DL Spring picks it up. He lays it forward to Richards.
Again, Richards, those powerful kicks.
I'm going to wonder what he's trying to shot or crossing. But it looks as if Gums is out. No, there's a player who has been substituted because there is Bentic has come in there, Charlo, for North Leeward Predators.
They'll pick that up in a while.
Right. So just about pushing forward here, Layou, but stopped in his tracks there. And into touch it goes again, just in front of our fourth official. With 30 minutes gone, Charlo?
Yes, so Sidroy Bentic comes in,
Yes.
trying to pick up the player who has departed.
Can we get that for you?
So, headed away there by
I believe it's
John.
Kishon Charles has exited.
the number 11. Yes,
Yes.
he had pulled up.
Yes.
And there is Solomon. He's been bumped off it, and it's against the North Leeward Predators. So it's going to be a throw-in for Layou. So referee Moet Games just having a word there with Solomon. And it comes back to Coffee. Lays it off to Francis. Francis goes back to Gloucester. Gloucester looks up, looking for some support. Gloucester looks to pump it downfield, but it goes into touch. It's going to be a goal kick for North Leeward Predators. They're trailing here 1-0. And it's with Solomon. Solomon gives it. Solomon still with it, looks up, looks down, pumps it downfield. But again, cut out there by Richard. DL Spring. A little too much on that. He couldn't control. It goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Layou. So there was DL looking to get around that defender, but a little too much on that. So it's John looking for Francis. Does so. Francis controls. Gives it to Polius. Polius looking to go down the middle, but he has two players still with it, but he's being cut out. And it's Adine Charles. Charles goes back to Durham. Durham pumps it downfield, looking for somebody running into it. Javon John misses, but there is Cortland Williams. Couldn't get in there. And it's this goalkeeper for Layou, named Justin Lynch, number 20. That's what they have, who collects. But one plays down. It looks like Polius.
Layou is
Layou.
Johnson. Is it? No, Lynch,
No,
sorry. Yes,
Lynch.
yes, Lynch.
And it's Polius. So it's going to be a goal kick for Layou. Still Layou 1, North Leeward Predators 0. Quickly taken, finds John. John to Coffee. Coffee goes back to Francis. Francis still with it in front of us. Gets the wrong one. Richards cuts him out. Gives it to Pierre. And it's Adine Charles. Comes back to Richards. Richards control. Goes back to Pierre. Looking to play the patient game. Goes back to Solomon. Solomon goes wide to Durham. Durham to Bentic. Bentic pumps it downfield looking for Kirtland, but he's been hustled off it. And this one being knocked into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Layou. Sam with a throw-in. And there was Andy Gums on that far side, unable to keep it in play, and it goes into touch for a throw-in for Layou. So Layou now with a long ball, but cut out there by Darren Pierre. He has been good in defense for North Leeward Predators. Comes wide, finds Richards. Richards still with it, well, but he loses it to Gibson Francis. And Francis goes back to Gloucester. Gloucester looking for that long ball, looking for Ledgerwood on the far side. With a shot coming across the face of the goalkeeper, Johnson was beaten, and that went into touch. It's going to be a goal kick, but certainly a danger there.
But Johnson had to do what he did, because it would have been Ledgerwood all alone and having an opportunity to do what he felt like with it. He had to be challenged. He brought it across, and there was no one but Laborde coming in. And I think he came in just behind the cross, evading the area.
So, free kick taken, goal kick, comes back to Polius. Polius has a defender, he has a shot. And he cut out there, not good work there by the player. And it's still with Ledgerwood. Ledgerwood chips it across. It's headed away. DL Spring looking to clear that. Wendell Coffey for Layou has it, chips it into Layou. Ledgerwood a shot over the crossbar. You can see Johnson there climbing, but over the bar. Into touch it goes. And it's going to be a goal kick for North Leeward Predators. But a good little piece of work there on the part of Layou.
Great idea. If it went further to the far upright, Johnson was not getting that one out of that V. Charlo.
Well, next scoreline remains 1-0. Solomon. But Layou, Polius gets the wrong one. Gives it to Gibson Francis. Francis has another. But there's some pulling and tugging. And it's against Predators. It's going to be a free kick awarded to the Layou FC. It's Wendell Coffey. And a very vocal crowd behind us. Coffey
healthy
goes
discussion.
back to Francis. Francis looking for that play on the far side, but cut out there by Bentic. Andy Gums would look to pump his way downfield, but he gets an infringement call there. We see referee Moet Gaines hand go into the pocket. And who's going to get that free, that yellow? I think the guilty offender, he's in a lying position.
Well, Sam, because
Sam.
what really happened is after he committed the foul, he fell in the running part of Gums, and I think he collided there as well. So just waiting for him to get his composure back.
Yes. So he now gets his card. It's not Christmas. And the Easter has also gone, but he has picked up a yellow.
Well, tomorrow is Workers' Day.
Well,
it's for you.
I recognize you. You are in the working business. I'm on the retiree list.
Okay.
So it's going to be a free kick to North Leeward Predators. It's Bentic. Comes back to Williams. Williams comes wide. Finds Darim Pierre. Pierre. He pumps it downfield. Looking for some header off the head of there. And Cortland Williams not doing the best with that. But it's on that far side. It's Kenesha Joseph, but he loses it. Bentic comes back to Cortland Williams. Didn't control well in the first case. But it back to Durham. Durham chips it down looking for Gums. And Kenesha Joseph there. But there's Jazai Laborde. Picking it up, gives it to Gibson Francis. Francis looking to give it back to Laborde. But it's still with Layou. And Bentic knocks it into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Layou. But certainly I would say Layou had the better of the first half
so far. I think they've been much more positive, purposeful, to use your word. They look as if they're enjoying what they're doing this evening more than they've done in a few matches before. They have not been patchy. They've definitely flowed in terms of what they are achieving to do. And here we go, another opportunity that really could have gone anyway, Charlo.
Well, definitely, but a goal kick awarded to the North Leeward Predators. They are trailing 1-0. And let's see, Solomon. He looks up. He looks for Cortland Williams. Then Spring clearing that. Finds Andy Gums on the far side. Gums still with it. Has a defender to contend with. Gums comes across the center, but isn't cut out there by Layou. Only to find Bentic for Predators. He chips it, long ball downfield, looking for Gideon Richards, but it's cut out there by John. And Cortland Williams with a shot off a defender. This would, let's see if John could control. He knocks it into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for North Leeward Predators. And for once, you see some pressure being mounted, and John saying, look, let me clear it. And so avoid any danger. So Cortland Williams, the elder statesman, had a good game the last time around, had a brace, scored 2 goals, so too was DL Spring in their 4-0 win over Beckwith United. So it's cleared, but Solomon was overlapped with a shot, looking for header, and that just sliding DL Spring off the header just over the upright, and it's going to be a goal kick for Layou FC.
Really good ball, a good ball, and I think he did well because he had to angle his body and try to keep it on target, which he did based on the position of his body, but it wasn't below the crossbar.
Just over the bar. So it's still North Leeward Predators 0, Layou 1, and it's still Layou looking to come forward, and Spring being guilty there of infringing, and that's Kenesha Joseph as the one who was looking to slip away. And it's going to be a free kick for Layou. So Joseph. That's Sam on that far side. Sam with a long ball. Let's see, he's being shadowed, but it's Jazai Laborde. The shot comes in, sliding across the face of the goal, and it goes into touch. It's a goal kick for North Leeward Predators. We are in the 42nd minute of the first half. Solomon just taking his time. Now he looks for Francis, but Francis loses it. But good, Darim Pierre is there. He has been good. And now pumped downfield by Solomon, looking for someone to run onto. But it's headed away there by Layou. Back to Pierre. Pierre finds Kenesha Joseph. To Coffee. Coffee he finds it Ledger Road to Kenesha Joseph, so they're working their way into the North Leeward Predators half. Comes back to Polius. Polius looking for Kenija Joseph. It goes into touch. Referee says it's a goal kick.
Falling in slow motion there, Joseph, and he's getting up and laughing, having
Yes.
a smile on it.
Did a bit of play acting.
Mm,
But Moet Gaines would have none of it.
none whatsoever.
So Durham now looking to match his way downfield. And looking for some support. But it's Devante Sam. Finds, let's see if Jazai can keep it in play. Still with Jazai, has DL Spring to contend with. Infringement call, it's against Layou, so it's going to be a throw-in for Predators. Bentic with a long throw finds Gums. Gums looking to find his way into that area, but he loses it. And it's cleared by the defense there for Layou and booted into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for North Leeward Predators. They are still trailing 1-0.
Well, Gums has had a few good raids down that area, and I think he needs to probably attempt to get the cross in a little earlier. He's been going a little too deep and pulling a lot of the defenders with him instead of having them off guard, so to speak, in terms of an earlier cross.
Yeah, Nash. Cross comes in, but off the line comes the goalkeeper, Lynch, and he controls and just now boots it downfield as we are into the 45th minute. And not good work there by Durham with Ledgerwood with a shot, and it's wide. And it's going to be a goal kick for North Leeward Predators. We're just looking for the photo official. I think I see him with his board, looking to see how many minutes of added time. He's glancing at his watch and just looking for the completion of the 45th minute. And that being knocked into touch there by Polius. It's going to be a throw-in for the Predators. There's 1 minute of added time. So Layou would look to go in at halftime with that 1-goal advantage. Predators would look to equalize within the minute. And Darim Pierre loses it. It's Polius. Gibson Francis will be bundled off it there by Terrence Williams. And it's a free kick to Layou. We see Wendell Coffey in number 32, the goal scorer, coming up, lining it up. Will he have an attempt from here to goal?
I doubt it.
He looks for Polius. Polius looks for a cross, looking to find Laborde, and it goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in. It's going to be a goal kick for North Leeward Predators. They would have to do some work, do a bit of post-mortem, and to see how they can strategize to counter-attack Layou, to equalize and even to go forward. And there goes the whistle for the end of the first half. A first half, in my opinion, that belongs to Layou. And rightly so, they have the 1-0 advantage.
Yes, I think they do, but I think it was a good first half as well. Just like the first encounter where System 3 were leading 1-0 at the half time. Here we have Layou via penalty going ahead and staying ahead. They had some very pleasing raids. They didn't get anything out of it. As you correctly said, North Leeward Predators now have to go and visit their strategies and see what they can come into the second period with. And until then, we will take a short break from the Brighton Technical.
And Layou FC at halftime, they're leading 1-0. Compliments penalty by Wendell Coffey. So referee Mike Gaines just waiting for the players to get back onto the field of play. So there's going to be a substitution. Off goes Devante Sam, number 2 for Layou. On would come number 18 in Keatroy Thomas. So Layou making an early substitution as we just about to start. And the kickoff will be taken by Layou as my co-commentator just hustles himself back into the box.
Yeah, so we have Keatroy Thomas in, and who substituted, Charlo?
Devante Sam.
Devante Sam. So some offensive impetus for Layou, and they're ahead, so they want to keep that impetus going. This is with Coffey looking to go forward down the left, and they would head away into the part of Richards. This is Gideon Richards. He has to want to contend with. He goes a little further up the right and decides to retreat. Goes inside to Adine Charles. He's under some pressure again by Francis. Gets forward though, and in his attempt to retrieve, he is infringing. That's Coffey. And so let's see what this second period offers us. I'm going to leave you with Charlo and Mr. Denny for the last encounter. We've been here since
smart piece of work on your half, on your side.
But what can we do? Here we go. It's Kinashi Joseph. He comes across, finds Thomas. Thomas is stabbing it forward and guts inside. Can't get past Williams, but Ledgerwood picks up the loose ball and goes further to the left with Gitson Francis. Francis for Layou going forward and into Solomon basically. And he's floored. Referee says get up as play continues into Williams. Curtin Williams lays it back to Pear. Pear is going the long route and finds Gums here out on the left. Doesn't control well, but gets around Laborde. And Laborde is infringing in the process.
And I think Hans going to the pocket. I think he's going to get a yellow.
Yeah, because he got away from him. And it was, I think, probably not the good idea because I don't see Gums going any further, really, because there were three defenders, and converging on him for Layou's in Layou's concern, Charlo.
Yes, most definitely, but he perhaps not being aware of his colleagues into those areas, and he did what he think was best, but infringing, and referee Moet Gaines was right on target. Now indicating where that wall should be. It looks like a 4-man wall, and this could be pretty interesting.
Well, Johnson getting himself ready, and he's positioned his 4-man wall. Gideon Richards, a lot of power in his actions this evening. Let's see what he does. Chips it over, looking for someone to the far post again. Just a touch too much, Charlo. Wow. I think he probably needs to
suffering from strong.
So it's a Coffey. I think he's gone a little further to the left instead of the middle on this occasion. He chips it forward, looking for that is Polius. Push forward. Solomon picks up the loose ball and finds Adine Charles. Charles is going to Durham. Durham now takes a little bit more central position. He picks it up again. A good play. And he's nicely taken out of the defense by Williams, but I couldn't get his namesake in Kirtland. Let's see what happens there. Ooh. That was
yes.
And I think it was inadvertent because both of them were really going at it with some pace, and you can see that Thomas wasn't much concerned about the intent there. The intent was not for injury; it was just the momentum and the desire to really get to the ball.
To have control. And
correct.
Yes. So Jazai Laborde, who has just picked up a yellow, trying to marshal his players.
So we see the changes now being wrong again. Laborde now comes back to the right back position. He was playing a little bit more advanced, so trying to control the movement of the opponents. Chester Morgan and his crew comes to Coffee. Coffee goes across and finds Polius, trying to lay it in the path of Coffee. I see advanced into touch once again. Pair finds Adine Charles. They've had a lot of difficulty coming out. Go quicker to the ball tonight, our Layou players. And here we go. In some problems. Durham trying to get out of there. Finds Bentic. Bentic is trying to find Williams. He's made a few errors this evening. Terrence. And pressuring quite well is the Layou FC. But Adine Charles intercepts.
Good work.
Again, pressure to come out of their own half.
Well done.
Well, not just too much. Still pressure to come out of their own half here, North Leeward Predators. And what's the result? A battle in the area, close to the 18-yard box on the right-hand side. Ginsa Francis stays on it, and Layou gets a free kick.
A free kick.
Really difficult. Making it really difficult for Layou, for North Leeward Predators to come out of their own half so far in this period.
Layou continue to put the pressure on the Predators, who have not really looked themselves of what we are accustomed to see from North Leeward Predators. And they find themselves trailing 1-0. But we have to give commendation to Layou. They came out from very early. They played very hard and put the pressure on the Predators, the defending champions, and they have not let up.
Yes, and they are looking and pushing hard, probably for a second at least, to distance. And this one, idea is good, but I don't think it curved as quickly and as
well. It didn't
as
have
much
a
as
lot
it
of curve on it as well.
Curved very late. I think because the pace behind it didn't allow it to curve as early as it possibly can. North Leeward, looking into the dugout, they have 6 warming on this occasion. They need to bring some recruitments in from fresh legs, some better ideas. Some who may be able to weave their way out of this defensive mold that they're attempting to come out with the long ball. Once again, to Francis. He has been floored. To Richards, that is. He's been floored by Coffee. He's been influential tonight again, Coffee.
Well, yes, he has definitely been influential in terms of Layou. He has really, over the last few games, you have seen his leadership coming to the fore.
And ball played forward. That is head away though. Joseph looking to find Ledgerwood, stolen by Francis. He goes across and finds Polius, decides to come back to the middle, and he finds Gloucester. Gloucester looking for Laborde, here on the right hand side, collects, and he's gonna cross, does so just behind the defenders, but it actually gets to Ledgerwood. Is it? Yes, over to good goal! Gets to Francis, makes it 2. Oh, well played here. Layou FC out of the defense. Laborde got it on the right hand side. He crossed and found a free Ledgerwood, who laid it on a plateau almost for Gitsa Francis. He's on the scorecard. 2 goals to 0. Layou FC over North Leeward the Predators.
Well, certainly Predators find themselves further back and more pressure now on the Predators. I think their body language is saying it.
Well, since their defeat by Chelsea, they've been thereabout, and I've seen a few, well, defeat? No, yes. A few teams have pushed them really hard. They have had difficulty coming out of this, out of their defense in this second period so far, and the result, Layou continue to pile the pressure, Charlo.
Well, the pressure is taking its toll.
So, It's with Terrence. Terrence goes across, looking to find Richards. Richards advanced there on the right-hand side. He is trying to cut around. He gets into the area. Does he cross? He crosses. But good
Good work.
hands by the goalkeeper, but it had gone into touch already.
Layou with a 2-goal advantage. And North Leeward Predators would have a lot of work to do to get back into the swing of things, so to speak.
Well, Bentic under some pressure here, but he's getting the benefit of the whistle. And he restarts with Dean Charles over to Terrence Williams, goes back and finds Pear. Pear is going further to the right again. Richards not as potent, not as destructive as we've seen him before, Charlo. And so in most instances the long ball goes out there and it doesn't get much out of it. This is where they can go. This is a wonderful ball. The idea was good. And they could not have gotten onto it, Gums.
Yes, the end result was pretty good, and really not Gums there, and didn't have the speed to get there.
So Nash boots downfield, headed away by Durham, only as far as Gloucester. Still Durham decides to go far right once again. Who are we looking at? Richards keeps it in touch. And John is the one who's picking it up. And he can't get past Richards, but he gets the rebound. This is John for Layou into Polius, who doesn't control. Goes into touch. Again into touch here for North Leeward Predators.
I think Richards was trying to lay it off for in forms of Williams to Richards, but I think a little bit too much on it, and he couldn't control it. Went into touch.
So Coffey coming around the players there quite easily, controlling the game, and he does so well. Comes across looking for Thomas, but not enough on it. DL Spring picks it up, lays it forward. Coffey breaks it up once more. And he's going to walk it out, goes far left to Polius. Polius gets to Francis, back to Polius. And he has to contend with, slows it down and brings it back to Richards. Good movement here by Layou. They are purposeful this evening and pleasingly so. And this is a good ball coming across to Laborde. Laborde is laying it to Thomas. Nice movement by Thomas into looking to get Francis converging there though. It's two defenders for North Leeward Predators as they continue to go forward here. Good ball by Richards. He finds Spring. Spring has Laborde to contend with. Still Spring. It goes further to the right. Picks it down there. Richards neatly. And back to, tries to go over to
I think Gums didn't do a good job there because he tried to get it to Gums. Gums was looking to get it back to Richards and not doing a good job, and cut out there by the defense for Layou.
I think he was going a little further. He saw Dean Charles coming out and probably thinking that he could go to the far right. Stolen there. Joseph picks it up, but Laborde, loose ball to Thomas. Thomas has some space and time and doesn't get enough on that one. Durham playing really hard this evening, and there's a few comments between Durham and Joseph. Thomas is the one who's going to take a shot. And
not sure what he was doing.
He's had a few attempts and they have slipped off the outside of the boot, and this was another one. Here. So, Lynch it is. Young goalkeeper.
Yes, Justin Lynch.
Who was impressed since he came on show. I think North Leeward Predators may do well to keep him for next year from all reports I'm hearing. Good night, Mr. Richardson. I'm hoping you're listening. As this one comes inside, and this Pear finding Dean Charles. He's been really hustled this evening, as many of the North Leeward Predators players have been. As Kirtland Williams decides to change his mode of attack and comes back to Terrence Williams. Terrence is coming across to Bentic. Bentic doesn't do well. Stolen by Thomas. Thomas looks around and finds the ball. The ball is
Oh.
pushed but stolen by Gums. Gums is impeded. And the board has a question.
Well, and rightly so, in my opinion. But referee Gaines is to play on. So Benty could have that free kick for the Predators. But I think he's leaving it now to Darian Pierre.
Well, let's see what the result of this one would be. Pierre, not a bad free kick taker. And he's going to do that now. There we go. Good kick. But again, who was that? Josh Nash.
Good swirling ball.
With some acrobatics. And using his head wisely there to get that away. And this time, North Layou Predators are the guilty party. And they're going to give away another free kick to Layou. So 2-0. And Layou would be happy that they are bouncing back from a loss. Did they lose their last game? I think they did last week. Yeah. So my memory serves me right. Laid back to Francis. Francis. He has 3 to contend with. Still Francis. Doing a little bit too much now. And eventually losing it. Dean Charles picks it up. Finds Cortland Williams, who attempted to just lay that forward. But not to his desire. Steals it. Papi playing really hard here. In Williams. Finds Gums. Gums running rings around the number 15 Nash. And it's still Gums. Still Gums. Who's picking up the tackle? Who's picking up the work? It's Kinaji Joseph. Because no one else seemed to be able to go with Gums on that play at least. Thomas stole it. And it's going to go into touch, no? Joseph to Laborde. Goes forward to Ledgerwood, does well. Idea really good for Polias, who picks up the loose ball. Intended initially for someone else. Keith Rod Thomas is the option here. Good ball there by Polias to Thomas. He has pair to contend with. Thomas stands it up. Let's see what he does. He brings it back and finds the said Gloucester. Gloucester is comfortable in coming back a little bit, but gives it away to the Spring. Finds Richards. Richards pushes forward. Spring would not get onto that one this evening, Charlo. Over to you.
He certainly would have to have some wings. But it's Lynch with Layou, goalkeeper, just slowing things down. Not in any hurry. Now he picks it up. Let's see. He boots it downfield. Looking for his player. But so it's Francis with a shot. And there is Johnson coming off his line. Very decisive in terms of his action. And averts the danger. Now he pumps it downfield. Headed back up by Layou. So it's still Predators. And it's Bentic. And Layou now looking for a counter. And I think the play has just lost a bit of its quality. And there was just saw some kick at random rather than looking to control.
Well, they're pressing each other quite profusely here, and it's crazy to have to see that they are.
So there's going to be a substitution on the far side. Two substitution. Off goes the number 5 and number 8. So Williams and Williams. That's the name of a law firm. And on comes number 18 in Naveen Williams. Try to pick up and the number 9, which is Javan Cato.
Correct.
So, interestingly, both teams have a player by the name of Javan Catons. I think both spelled the same way.
Right.
No, one is Javan and the other is Javon.
Javon.
Right.
Okay.
So up goes the header. Down goes the player. DL Spring for Predators. Takes it. Gives it to Francis. Looks at, but it gives it away. It's Layou. And with it, still Layou looking to work their way, but it's cut out here by Predators. DL Spring lays it off. Finds Bentic. Bentic looking for some support, looking for the number 18 who has just come on. And it is being cleared by the defense there. Look like a Nash. And it goes into touch. And it's going to be a throw-in for Predators. Bentic. In fact, Cortland Williams is still on the field. I thought he went off at the same time. But
Terrence, we did
but
speak
Terrence
about
for
Terrence,
sure.
who was having not
Yes.
his best game tonight.
Yeah.
But it's Labo Chalo.
Yes, it's Laborde with a throw-in. Keithroy Thomas who couldn't rein it in, and a throw-in for the Predators. Referee Moet Gaines ensuring that he's taken from the right spot. Comes to DL Spring. Spring is looking for some support. Goes across field. Finds Solomon. Solomon looking for Richards. Richards couldn't control. But it's Layou now with a counter. Polios going down the left flank. It's still Polios. And he's been infringed. We'll see. Referee Moet Games is there. So a yellow being given to Pierre on that far side. And so Layou still leading 2-0. And following this would be the final game of the evening. Hope International. They would come up against Bequia United. And so guys from across the seas have a late game.
It's primarily via their request, because as we said earlier, one of their players lost a family member, and the funeral is on Sunday. So we had to make some adjustments to accommodate that, given the limited time we have
definitely
to complete the league prior to the major carnival celebrations commencement.
Quite understandable. And so it's going to be a free kick for Layou. So Layou still with it. A number of players back into that attacking area. So let's see. Long swirling ball headed away there by the Predators. Is still with Layou. And now cleared. Cortland Williams for Predators. Knocks it down the far side. Finds Gideon Richards, who overruns it. But is still able to pick it up. Looking for some support. The cross comes in. And looking for, again, we see that strength. Roxelle, he has not really been able to control.
He's not managed it well.
Yes. And that has a lot of weight on it. And it went into touch for a goal kick for Layou FC. That's booted downfield now. It's cut out there by the number 9. This one goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Layou FC. And number 9 there was Javan Cato looking to come in and couldn't control. So Jazai Laborde.
He's on a long walk.
Yes.
Long, slow, patient walk.
Well, perhaps very mindful of biding a bit of time. And there's a long throw. Looking for Garrett Legetwood. Legetwood still there. Referee Moy again says to play on. He went down. But it's not Leeward Predators looking to pump it downfield. But the defense for Layou standing firm. Pumps it back downfield. Sidroy Bentic controls. Comes back upfield. There is Papa. And with a big slide. Infringement called against him. And it's going to be a free kick to Layou. Gloucester. Coffee. Chips it downfield. And Johnson came off his line, couldn't control, but Bentic was there to clean up the mess. And it's still now looking to come forward. Bentic gives it to Darren Charles. Charles to DL Spring, who loses it. And a bit of frustration actually coming into the play. And it's still with Layou. Thomas comes back to Joseph. Darren Pierre looking for some support, finds Gideon Richards. Let's see. He's working his way down, but again looking to do a little too much. Losing it and giving her an easy free kick to Layou, but he gets it back. Goes back in defense, finds Solomon. Solomon to Darim Charles. Charles still with it, comes wide. Finds Bentic. Bentic has played well since he came on at Roxell.
Yes, he did. He's had a good few games.
Williams. And it's Javon Cato.
It's
Richards with a shot. Coming across. Let's see. And it goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Layou. But certainly he has not managed those kicks, the control, the placement.
The weight.
Well, and rightly so, the weight. And that's one pumped downfield by Layou. Has Legend Wood there. But Durham is cleaning it up, not allowing them to go forward. There's an indication. I think there's going to be some further substitution for. So Gideon Richards, he will come off. And on would come number 20. Is it 26? Also go Kirtland Williams.
And number 6 is coming in.
There's a that's a number 6. There's a number 26. And there's a number 80. I think number 80 is coming on in Ezra Glasgow.
Correct.
So, let's see. It's going to be a throw-in. Referee Moit Games asking some questions. So it's going to be a throw-in for Layou. I think Wendell Coffey takes it pretty quickly, Polius. And referee Moit is not happy with it. He's just signaling to DL Spring to go back. And Solomon still with it is Pierre looking for the number 9, Cato. Cato goes back in defense, finds Solomon. Solomon to Cato, back to Solomon. This is not good work. Layou with a shot. And it really a wayward shot. And goalkeeper has absolutely nothing to do with that. It went wide, very wide. And it's going to be a goal kick for.
Well, that fall in line with what you were saying before as it relates to a wayward.
Now that's booted long ball downfield, but it's cut out there. And it's a good ball. DL Spring looking to find, trying to pick up the number on the far side.
28 or 26?
26, I would think it would be Damir Michael. Damir Michael. And it went into touch for a throw-in for Layou. It's one of the substitutes with new players that came on. So this been knocked into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Layou. We can see Wendell Coffey making his way there. Layou leading 2-0. North Leeward Predators, they are under the pump. Long ball. Looks for Gibson Francis. But he's not allowed. It goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for North Leeward Predators. But not good work. And this one booted into touch. It's going to be a goal kick for North Leeward Predators. Well, Layou continue to dominate. And down he goes in Glasgow. It's still Layou. This is Legend Wood with a shot and sliding across the face of the goal. Again, Johnson had to come off his line. And then went right across the face of the goal and into touch. It's going to be a goal kick. And so Layou continues to mount the pressure. This one up, hammer downfield. And Glasgow. There, but DL Spring. Kenisha Joseph will come away with it. Nice ball. Finds Keithroy Thomas. Thomas loses his footing, but he regains it. But he has Bentic to contend with. Bentic not giving him any room, and eventually robs him of it. And again, you can see this one goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Nortley, but Predators. But Roxelle, so far we have seen quite a bit. Who you consider to be the player of the game so far?
So far, I think for me, it has to be Coffey. Well, for sure he scored the penalty, but that goes without saying. I think he's controlled the midfield quite well again. He has been the one who is distributing and very, very, here we go, instrumental in relaxing the play and distributing in areas that are very potent. He was a little bit more advanced earlier in the first half, and we saw the results of that. I think for me, he has been very impactful in terms of controlling the proceedings for Layou that has led them to this stage.
Well, I would not disagree with you, but that being knocked into touch is going to be a throw-in for Predators, but there's substitution for Layou. So off goes Gibson Francis, the number 9. And on would come number, 26. That's Chelsea Hendrickson.
Yes.
And it looks like Ledger Wood as well. No, I think he's having a word with his official.
Yes, it seems like they're
I think Polius goes off
as well. I think he had a pretty
number
good
40.
game as well.
And I think Regis would come on, number 41.
Yes. So St. Lucians or Dominicans? St. Lucians.
Yeah.
St. Lucians replacing each other, one replacing the other.
Well, so it's going to be a throw-in for the Predators.
Right, so it's with Bentic. He is going to, that was poorly done. Oh, wow. Just give it away, really.
Not sure what he wanted to do.
Well, he was trying to get
18,
young Williams.
Naveen.
Yeah, in play, but it was way, way, way ahead of him. Didn't even have a chance to turn and try to get onto it. So, downfield by Nash, looking, and comes off of Regis. Bentic is the one who has to try to avert the danger now, because he's the one who gave away that easy goal kick there. As Ledgerwood finds, that's John. John is going across and looking to find the gentleman who's just coming there. That's Hendrickson. Into touch it goes. So, another throw for Layou. They're leading and they're comfortably sitting now with 2-0. They were leading at the half 1-0, but they've had an opportunity and they've taken it, and North Predators have not had much on goal. They had a few headers, 2 at least by the Spring that didn't stay under the bar.
Well, I think for the game so far, they have not had a decisive shot on goal.
Yeah, I'm correct. And that is going to be a problem, as this one comes across looking for Williams. He can keep that in play, and so he retrieves so that play could continue quickly with them being behind. So Laborde looking to find Barber, as he is locally called. That is Joseph, goes over to Coffey. Coffey swings it over to the left and eventually finds Hendrickson. Hendrickson has one to contend with. He cuts inside, crosses into the area, and a missed kick almost there by Durham. And a pressure corner coming the way of Layou.
Well, Layou continue to mount the pressure on the Predators, and for once the Predators have been preyed on.
Well, not for once. I think they've had, since the break, they've had up and down performances. They went off with a really sweet one, 2 goals to 1 win against System 3, the only team to beat System 3 so far. And since then, they've not been as steady as we've known, come to know them by. So this is Baba losing it out. And as in Joseph, Kenaja Joseph. So Solomon, he pushes it upfield and they can't get past John. Chesses it down for Hendrickson. Comes inside and finds Ledgerwood. Ledgerwood to Regis. Regis takes a shot. Wide up the upright. But again, good movement by Layou.
Yes, good movement by Layou. They have been really working it and really keeping North Leeward Predators busy.
And the busy movement continues here with Bentic. It takes a while to take it down and use Dean Charles as the outlet. Back to Bentic. Bentic is going inside, finds Cato. Cato to Charles. On his chest a little difficult to control. And cleared there by Gloucester. Still in a tussle. It's going to go against Joseph. Bentic is going to take charge. The structure this tonight has been really good by Layou. They've created a formation that is difficult to penetrate, especially down the middle, Charlo.
Well, and I think that has frustrated the Predators a bit.
All right, so there we go. It's
Not
with
gonna
Coffee.
work.
Oh, I think he pushes it a bit too far ahead of him. He's still in a tussle there with Solomon. And the flag says goal kick. Coffee is not happy. And
well, very early, I think we saw Solomon picking up and running to the goalkeeper for a goal kick. And Coffee thought otherwise.
so it's taken down by Solomon is taken down by Solomon, I think, on his hands. And so awarding a free kick to Layou. And they've done really well. So another substitution coming. So let's see, is it number 23?
Gloucester going off.
Well, it actually looks as if he's getting some water.
Oh, he
so
looks like
yeah,
it's
Joseph
water.
is the
It's
one
Joseph, Kenesha Joseph.
being substituted.
And now he's donning the captain's armband.
Who is it Lynch? I'll get the number for you in a bit. So, free kick. Coming 31, number 31.
Number 31 is Shane Miller.
Miller. All right, so free kick taken. The idea was good, just not dipping and curling as quickly as it could have and should have and would have loved to have it done. That Layou player there, was it Hendrickson taking it and into touch once more. Goal kick for North Leeward Predators. They have struggled this evening to have shots on goal. They have struggled, especially in the second half, to push out of their own half, especially in the earlier parts. That has materialized in terms of the dominance from the scoreline by Layou.
Well, they had time to reflect and to do their post-mortem at the halfway stage. But Layou, they went in with the advantage and they came out with even more purpose.
So here we go, upfield. Looking, Ezra Glasgow got his head onto it and playing it safe here was Nash putting it to touch. System 3 ahead. Layou is going to sit at second. North Leeward Predators are going to stay at third. And Jabel, who just lost, will be at fourth. And this is Durham fighting here with Regis. Durham deep in his own half for North Leeward Predators. The whistle goes as clipped on the back leg there was Durham himself.
So it's free kick taken quickly. And again, we can see North Leeward Predators being hustled off the ball, Roxelle.
Yes. Here we go. It's Regis. Well, looks like Gloucester to looking to find someone in the middle, but it's Laborde trying a shot. I didn't think he was really positive minded in terms of taking it. He did one, and it's now another Keith Roy Thomas effort that goes across the crossbar.
Well, Keith Roy Thomas yet to get his radar right. He has really been off target.
Yes. So this is shouting out Scrambler, giving some comments out. He's shouting us out here at Charlo. Guys on the diaspora following.
Good work there by Johnson, just shadowing it, ensuring that his team gets a goal kick.
Correct. And he's also asking about some game on the weekend, and I know what he's talking about, Licks. It's when the Man United play Liverpool, but that's another conversation for another day.
Well, I think Man United now having a late burst.
Well, they will have to burst very hard for victory on the weekend. Not saying.
Liverpool, who has been a little bit more potent than they were, so the challenge would be on.
Have a good night, Mr. Scrambler. Renrick Alexander out there in New York. Unique Touch Soccer unit. One of those units that will be helping us in youth football development and the sponsorship during the course of the years. So here is DL Spring. Pushes it forward, looking for Ezra Glasgow. It doesn't looks ginger tonight. Doesn't look as nippy as he normally is, but he just lays it off. Finds Gloucester. Gloucester trying to find this is Miller, and Johnson is the one who does well. Rolls it out, looking for Spring, who is being fouled.
And we see the hand going to the pocket.
Yeah, well,
Ledgerwood.
Continuing the play and kicking the ball away, and so he gets a card for interfering the implement when the whistle has been sounded.
So we are closing in on the 90 minutes of regulation time.
Yes, and Layou are going to move up to
second.
Well, the second, I was actually looking in the terms of points. I believe 21.
21 points, picking up 3 points from this game.
Let's make sure that is the case.
Yes, that will be 21.
So Layou will actually move to 21, correct. And there will be 7 points of adrift of
System 3.
System 3. Wow. Yeah. Goalkeeper Johnson?
Lynch.
On the other hand, boots it downfield and into Johnson's hands. He bowls it out quickly and finds Kato, who's rushed again. Oh, the second to the ball this evening. Most instances, North Leeward Predators as another substitution.
Ledgerwood will go off. And is that number 33? Number 14 in Jaheim John.
So replay has restarted for North Leeward Predators. Goes to the far right and looks and finds Williams. Williams back to Charles. Charles is hustled and has to go back to Durham. Durham is finding Bentic. Bentic is letting it run.
Didn't control for once.
Well, he took his eye off it at the last minute and not really what he wants to do as he attempts to get something out of this. Is it a foul throw? Yeah, it looks like as if he went onto the field, Laborde, in his attempt to get that throw in. So the crowd has picked up just a touch. Towards the evening before a holiday.
Long weekend.
I don't think it's going to be long enough for me, Charles.
Wow. It can only be longer if you take some vacation.
I don't even know if that's in sight
I will
for
not
the next few
advise that you
months.
take some sick leave.
I've had some recently. Anyways, Miller. Miller comes across and he is going to take a shot. He's taking a shot as many of his players were asking for the ball to be played forward. Miller didn't like the idea and he decides to go it alone. And the shot he took.
To no avail.
Yes. So 89 minutes have elapsed. We're going to see quickly if there's any addition for stoppages. You saw 1 minute?
I have not
Okay,
seen.
you have not seen that yet. But you're predicting 1 minute. All right, so a prediction of 1 minute. As the leaders in this encounter just slowing it down and getting their things going the way they should. And this is Nash pumping downfield, looking to find, it looks like Regis falls now for Laborde, who doesn't put a lot onto it, trying to find Keith Roy Thomas. Spring picks it up from Charles. Can really hustling the North Layou Predators this evening at Layou FC. And 2 minutes of extra time.
Yes, 2 minutes.
Of additional time for stoppages. Finds the number 14. That's John, I believe. Falls now for the number 23, Hendrickson. He turns into touch and allows North Layou Predators to get another throw in. Left there for Solomon, who's advanced further. And he's getting a touch there. The ball pushing this one forward. Only as far as Johnson. And so 9:53 on the clock. Just a few minutes before our late cap game. 10 o'clock schedule start. And comes off of Bentic. And
not the best of time.
Yes. Not the usual time for a football encounter in St. Vincent and the Grenadines in local terms. It is Laborde again, rushed off of it by Richards. Richards attempted to go forward. He gets it eventually to Cato. Still Cato for North Layou. Can he pull back one? Not enough on it. Can't beat Lynch. And Layou large in charge and about to go into second position as we wind this one down, Charlo.
Yes. So Navi Charles still have a few seconds.
Don't feel looking for Durham. Johnson comes and did his work effectively. Bentic then just booting here right now. Miller controls. Let's see what he does. Tries to find a Hendrickson who was advancing. Behind him it went. And picked up by Spring now from Pear. Solomon in a more advanced position. Is going to go back to Spring. Spring goes over to the right. Finds Cato. Cato to Solomon. Behind Solomon. That is the final whistle. That is the winner for Layou FC over North Layou Predators. Switching positions now on the table. Layou 21 points, second position.
Well, not the best of game we have seen from the Predators, and they find themselves struggling and really slipping from second to third. They are the defending champions, and really a good game indeed by Layou, coming away victorious here, 2-0. And just wait for the play of the game. And so soon after the presentation, we would have the final game of the evening.
Right, so we've just completed the Leeward battle. North Leeward Predators and Layou, well structured. Looked at if you guys had a plan tonight. You out hustled them for most of the evening, and that's not an easy thing to do to North Leeward Predators. Walk us through your game plan coming into this evening's encounter.
Well, first of all, gotta say thanks to the guys them, and we need this victory. It wasn't easy at all because North Leeward is a very fit and physical team, so we had to put them at their very own game, which is their strength, and take it to them.
Right, that you did. You didn't want to give much from the training ground, but 7 points adrift of System 3, who continue to be rolling. Is there still a possibility for Layou FC?
Yeah, there is. It ain't over until a fat lady sing. There's a lot of games still to be played. Many things can happen. Season's still long, so yeah.
We have a lot of fat ladies around in the stands this evening. Your performance still leading from different positions. You were a little bit more advanced early, then you came back in even in the defense, and then to your normal position in the middle, showing some versatility.
Experience, it goes a long way. So I had to show it tonight, and I did just that.
Right, well, with the compliments of Cobblestone Inn, we are offering you a lunch at that restaurant, our sponsor tonight. Player of the game for match 2, Wendell Coffee.
All right, thank you very much.
So we're going to go into the very last game, and that is going to be Hope International against Beckwith United. Until then, we take you back to the persons dealing with the technical matters.